music. Alright, broadcasting live from atop the lamppost. The very coveted lamppost. The lamppost that Phoenix can't get. Yeah. Alright. Yep, post-Crash Bandicoot platforming where I jumped off the building. Let's go. Let's go advance the plot. Good samurai is hard to find. Oh, she's got the thing to unlock housing. Dissolve. And here we go. Alright, and Alfie says... It would seem inefficient for us all to venture out together in search of information on Yugiri and Gosetsu's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up, and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed, Tataru would seem best suited for the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alize and I will take to those in southern districts of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gosetsu during our voyage. Wow, Ishtola warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Looks like it's you and me, Magnarmus. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Alright, I'm going with Zelda 2. We had a backup Zelda, but hidden behind the mask all along. Wow, Alpha knows sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Well, see for yourself. Yep. And they view them in the key. Didn't they already show them? Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to use those. I was supposed to hand those to Phoenix. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. Anyway, the items. Yes, it already showed me those. Looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he could make a living doing this. Sorry. They were supposed to be handed back to me on my main account. They were my items, but no time for distractions. Why don't you say we start by visiting Karaku at the Onsen? Yeah, that was it. Alright, go on. I'll pick up any aetherites along the way. Oh. This way. Up the hill. I'm attuning. Don't mind me, guys, just passing through. Not getting in a fight with anyone. Takes for me. This alleyway sucks. It doesn't do anything for me. I make the cycle move faster. Other alley, that's what I needed. Come one, come all. Burns, cuts, and embarrassing rashes. There is not that mystical waters of the Okizen hot springs cannot heal. Oh, what is that in your hand? You ask if you seek this Ara and this Rogadin, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons, past or present. Please, we came all this way from Eorzea to find our friends. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion. We have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekisegumi may demand otherwise. I am sorry, but there is naught I can do. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotokaze, was it? You don't rat you out to anyone but the police, is what he said, basically. This one? Cross that bridge there. Dodge! Welcome, traveler. Can I interest you in some Weisswein? That's exceptional quality, delivered by the other day. Have you seen these two? Ah, an Ari Shinobi and a Rogadin Samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of mine own. If I speak to that which you know, Ijin be not offended. You are familiar with this situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea? The doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet? I see, and you're familiar with the ways of Hingashi. How we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own. Indifferent and callous, some may call us, but pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and so Kugani is open to Ijin. We are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you, but if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The two individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I will provide you with the names of the captains if you like. You've been a great help, Mistress Kodokaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first three, I'll take the rest. And we'll meet here when we've finished, alright? Good luck. Up here. Have you seen these two? Passengers? No, we are no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told this samurai and sent him on his way. The woman? Ha! If it is this woman you seek, the pleasure houses have plenty. The Rogadin gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the Ruby Sea, the mad devil. I sent him away, like all others before him. The woman? Nay, I know her not. Alright, I know it's up higher than me. Oh, there he is. If you ask me, I have seen this Ari woman and this Rogadin samurai. The woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Domo, but I could not help him. We travel solely between here and Radzat Han. It would be an unreasonable detour. So far, I found nothing. How did it? Oh, never mind. Judging from the look on your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. Well, I suppose we might as well head back to... Wait, I've just remembered. There was someone on my list I forgot to visit. Gyoto. He was a Namazu fisherman, whatever that means, and a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Back up the stairs. You ordered Chinese? Alright. Well, if it was sushi, I got some right here. What? Why do you stare? You have business with me? By the 12, a talking fish. Yes, a talking fish. How very observant of you. Ejin, you find me in good spirits, so your rudeness, I will ignore this once, but only if you address me again in the proper manner. Sorry, I've never met a... Let's start again. You're Kyoto, right? My name is Lise, and this is Magnarmus. We've come looking for some friends of ours. I see. Both these ones I know well. I helped them secure passage across the Ruby Sea. Really? That's wonderful. Could you do the same for us? Yes. This would not be a problem. For you, I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. The fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? I didn't think to bring any money, but surely Tataru will let us take whatever we need from the science coffers, right? We wouldn't be the only passengers, though. Could we take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, but hurry, your ship must depart under the cover of darkness. We shall meet again on sunset on the Tosagare Bridge. Don't forget your fare. Bring Minnie Gill, yes? That little shit. It's about time our luck changed. Alphino and the others will be thrilled. I think he's worse than the Moogles. You prefer the fish dude over the Moogles. For shame. Those two. Greetings, honored sir. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? Yes. And Alphino says... We spoke with a number of merchants and captains on the southern piers. Several recognized Gozetsu and confirmed he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Uthard. None, however, made any mention of Lady Yugiri. Yes, it was the same story for us, and you'll never believe what happened. So this Kyoto claims to have allied both Gozetsu and Yugiri? Fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphino. Stupid's what I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making any attempt to haggle, or even confirming what it was in the first place? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part, but it is not what troubles me most. Kyoto and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they are disdained as scheming moneylenders, ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortune. Everyone else we questioned stated that Gozetsu was alone. Only Kyoto claims to have met both him and Yugiri. I suppose it's just possible that Gozetsu made inquiries by himself and only called upon Yugiri once he had found a willing captain? But it is equally possible, if not more likely, that you're being deceived. Do not forget that there are parties present in Kugane with agendas which may run contrary to your own. The Viceroy was once a spy herself, as I recall. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves to their new master. And what better way to do so than by delivering her the heads of foreign insurgents? Fine, you may be right about him, but if Kyoto's working for the Empire, who's to say he didn't try the same trick on Yugiri and Gosetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are, and if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Anyway, if he holds up his end of the bargain, we'll have nothing to worry about, will we? But if he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him till he tells us the truth. So if it's a trap, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Very well. We should prepare for the worst. Tataru will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you at a discreet distance. Once more, I must caution you to avoid physical altercations at all costs. Even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you, the Sekisei Gumi will not hesitate to clap you in irons, or cut you down. If anything untoward should happen, you ought to return here at once. Is that clear? Review. Lise Magnarmus and I will meet with Gyoto as planned. Apano will keep watch from a distance, but ready to provide support in the likely event that Gyoto attempts to betray us to the Imperials or whomever else. Should that happen, you and Lise will subdue him, and together we will make our escape. As our actions will certainly draw the attention of the Sekisei Gumi, we will evade them with Alphino's assistance and return here with our prisoner. Does that meet with everyone's approval? Of course, these precautions will be for naught if Gyoto does not play us for fools, but we shall see. To the bridge! Our would-be ally is nowhere to be seen. Make ready, Magnarmus. Something smells fishy.
He's late.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes, yes. This way, quickly now.
Enough! Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
This ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes, yes. Long before was it pledged to another. To me, these ones are for Doma.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Nothing personal, yes, yes. Just business.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse.
Ah!
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Well, business just took a turn for the worse for him. All right. What's up, you little shits? Of course she punts him, why the hell not?
Bloody places.
As expected, the Kisegumi have caught our scent. Fighting them is out of the question. We'll have to wind our way back to the Ruby's Bazaar, evading their patrols as we go. If they do find you, use these smoke bombs to make your escape. Split up and head for the Ruby Bazaar. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work well. It was like an immediate fail. Stealth section. This way? Not this way. So far, so good. Keep those bombs ready, huh? Ah, shit. Oh. I'm out of here. Ah, shit. Oh, bugger, they got a whole squadron out front. What do we do now? With me, I will guide you to your friends. Person talking fish, now a tortoise? So, what have we got to lose? Over here. Yes, I already went this way. What are you doing? You're just walking right through them, really? Thank the 12 you made it. I feared our Kojin friend might not find you in time. Everything is going to be alright, trust me. Duty complete. Sneaking done.
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there, Korjin. We seek 4 foreigners. One, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
For foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
All is well. The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think. You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the Sekisei Gumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
'Twas my pleasure.
Thank you, Teenage
Yet I
Mutant Ninja
must
Turtle
ask,
guy.
Soroban, why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure. I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path. Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Quid pro quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
I promise you will not regret this, good sir. Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
And you mine.
I'm still annoyed that he tried to deceive us, but at least we were prepared for it. Even so, next time we should probably try to avoid running around Kugane in the middle of the night with half the city guards snapping at our heels. Worse than my curtain. Right then, Kyoto should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep or I'll give you another ride on my boot. No more boots! All my secrets are yours for the asking. Tell us what you know about Yugiri and Gosetsu, every last detail. And if I find out later you lied to me. No more lies! To clear, unvarnished truth, you have my word. Only the samurai did I meet, yes? Only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Garleans. You mean you led him into a trap as you did us, because you're an Imperial spy? No, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days. We have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Garleans offered a bounty for any domens found in Kugane... Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. You would not go quietly, no. Blades were drawn, men were cut down, and this Sekisegumi came. He took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me that Ijin they arrested the other day was Gosetsu? Oh, had I but known. If he is in the custody of the Sekisegumi, I need only to see to it that the requisite funds find their way into the right official's hands, and your friend will walk free. As it is in Ul'dah, so it is in Kugane, but given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Mr. Alphano. You are free to wait here while I speak with the relevant official, but if you would rather wait for Gosetsu outside the barracks, we can go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again, so mayhap it would be best if Lys, Magnarmus, and I joined you. Alright, but what about Kyoto? We'll keep an eye on him. For the time being, we can release him after you return with Gosetsu. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to the little fellow, Soroban mayhap. It would be prudent to prepare your ship for your immediate departure. As you wish. Everything is in order. Then let us be off. The Sekisegumi barracks are to the north. I must ask that you all wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. Is it really going to be as simple as he says, do you think? He said it wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels like a bit long to me. Calm down, Lys. Everything was going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility. From what I've gleaned of the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here, rivalry being no exception. I say we leave them to it, right, Magnarmus? Right. Everything's fine, probably. I mean, it couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen.
How about you? Ah!
Was that? That was Gazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Nodders.
Victory to the samurai!
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gazetsu!
Oh, this is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisagumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You had no way of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma, yes? It just so happens we have found a willing captain. Truly, what fortune! We will tell you all about it back at the company offices. Alphino and Tataru are waiting for us there. Setsu, thank the 12 you're unharmed. As you can see, Master Alphino, I am the very picture of health. You, vile fiend, malevolent trickster! How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon! But first I must demand you return the coin you so villainously have embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly I would return you your coin, had I not been forced to repay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting that matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, aye, but we parted ways some while ago. Better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to Doma's throne and our master. He was a passionate voice for the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed when Xenos led his army unto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe. Against him, the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on our doomed war, and then one day in a fierce battle, we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, I would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day, for the new Viceroy, Yatsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front in resuming efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then you allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return to Arthur. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yansha, where we shall all be reunited with Yugiri. Mayhap not all. Alphino's talents would seem rather applied here in Kugane, working closely with Tataru and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is a Garlean embassy just down the road, after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I would be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak, come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the task best suited to them. As you of all people should know, you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. But all must serve each in our own way. Very well. It would seem my place is here. Soroban is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. I've been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? If you insist, with me, everyone, the Ruby Sea awaits. And for least to remember. How goes it, Bear? Did you get my Discord message?
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun.
Jenga.
A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
How wide and beautiful she is, the Ruby Sea, filled with promise and adventure and treasures. Many wonderful treasures. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you need to cross the resplendent waters that you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel, and your life should you resist. But this fate can be avoided by paying the Ruby Tide, thereby earning you the blessing of the Pirate Lords. So, let us go and greet them. Our destination is the Isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me, Magnarmus. Why don't we just jump in and swim for it? I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think that you shall find the water to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver those less inclined to the Isle. Here we are at the water level. Right, this should be easy, and a good way to loosen up before the next fight, whenever it comes. Gil says I beat you there. There you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak with is a man named Tansui. Here you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Magnanimous Darkblade, I am Tansui, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. You wish to pay the Ruby Tithe, yes? With your guild, perhaps? It is just as well. Foreign currencies are in demand these days. I would pay for their passage to Othard. Does this sum meet with your satisfaction? Sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you tripled it. Do you take me for a fool? I know the prices do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kugane, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk our waters and our custom. And the foolhardy sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning... Sir, you have to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I'll try to convince them to stop, but they weren't... I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. Very well, I will be there shortly. A proposition. Your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I should not hear the men name me a cat before a Koban. I shall consider their tithe paid. Not for what they have done, but for what I expect they will do. I'm not sure what to make of that, man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled, for now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe they ought to go and have... Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Yalms to the southwest. I think I hit that button. Ah, there it is. I don't want any right now. I think I'm going back to Dark Knight. As soon as that thing de-aggroes me. There we go.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
Tried to rob the Empire and it didn't work, because they are the pirates who don't do anything.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent. And the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
Exactly, they don't do anything.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put us here at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
What are we waiting for? Come, come, Soroban cannot have gotten far. Though, now that I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his Kojin brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless, it may be prudent to return to his ship, or at least to the Confederate encampment. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by my red brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances as a whole. You understand? Kami be praised. Too often are the shellless quick to judge all Kojin for the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tien Sui is concluded, we can traverse the Ruby Sea without fear. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so now. Ah, that reminds me, Magnanimous. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their comrades. Oh, you're one of the Ijin from the beach, leaving us already. No need to pay the tide like Tien Sui said. Well, on the other hand, if you were to pursue our wares and find anything you're liking, we should be glad to sell you it for a fair price. I'll take this quest. Yes you! Do you know of the Ruby Price? The fortress in the middle of the Ruby Sea? From which the Bakufu soldiers survey the surrounding waters? The other day we found one of their men stowed away on a ship we've confiscated. With a bit of coaxing, he eventually confessed to doing some underhanded trading with the Red Kojin on behalf of his superior. Seems he thought he could avoid paying the Ruby Tide by hiding aboard someone else's ship. But no one gets away with crossing our waters free of charge. As such, I'm looking to track down his superior and have him compensate us. If I try to sail the Ruby Price and look for him myself, however, I'll be blasted into the smithereens before I even make it halfway there. Do you think you could go in my stead? There is a man by the name of Ikaruga there. He is an old friend and should be able to identify who your captor's superior is. No. I gotta go that way for it. Oh, that was painful. Anyway. I want to get flying in this area as quick as possible. Bye, other person. Yes, just the other day one of the soldiers deserted base. I suspect he's the man Yusui is after. Trade with foreign countries is strictly prohibited in our nation. The man, upon learning this subordinate disappeared, feared he would be caught and tortured, turned tail and ran. What you told me is true. If what you told me is true, then he likely went northwest to here to seek asylum with the Kojin of the Red. I am tempted to go after this man myself. Alas, that would require me receiving the necessary authorization, which would take days. Please track him down and arrest him in my stead. If he resists, feel free to kill him. Go back. I would have to be a fool to agree to go with you. I am so close to the Red Kojin settlement, so close to freedom. Alright, you insist. All the way back to there. That sucks. Oh well. I killed the little shit. So it seems he forced your hand. Perhaps his death was for the best. I will send word of all that has happened to Yisui, though I am not sure he will be happy to hear it. Ah, you are curious to know how I will inform him. That, my friend, is a secret. Alright. Now on to the main quest. Round one and one quest. Almost there. You have spoken with the Confederates up above then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, then we may do so at any time. Let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Wait, Tiansui said the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Isari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. Is everyone still alive in chat? Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. We've finally arrived in Northwood. At least, all we need to do now is, liberate Doma? Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting as though it is, we have to do one thing in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike in Garabanya, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, that may be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. Well, I expect Dome and Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tiansui was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Yeah, it's that idiot.
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very dull. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
We'll show them. See?
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Oh. Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
I hate this as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us the time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea. I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. discover a new location. To another island. Found the Jenga tower. We seem to have evaded their patrols so far. What is that tower anyway? I've never seen anything like it. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, a mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh gods, listen to me. I'm starting to sound like Alphino. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless already aware... Over there, do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Calm down, we had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We have our strength. We save our strength for any that give us chase. You too, Magnormus. Sure, I could just kill him. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna kill him. Dead. Next. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower know how to defend themselves. You'd have to. Sharing an island with these things, now all we need to do is convince them to help us. Oh, there's a settlement here, and they've even got their own aetheryte. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tensui, which means this place belongs to... Oh. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor? The self-same Confederacy that refuses to do anything? Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. This... What brings you hither of all places? Were you not bound for Orthard shores? I see. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject. No? And what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I will take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. How very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. And this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Boink. Greetings, you must be Reshu, leader of the Confederacy and so on. I recognize this is all a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm going to stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. Your candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. Osetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why, he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I do not. The risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to no one, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense knowing this. Do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Asari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you are capable warriors, yes? With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remain secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak to me of live saves, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die when all pretense is lost to the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for hospitality, if you would excuse us. Magnanimous, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. Osetsu told us to come in here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince them to help us. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. It's little wonder they refused. We would have done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now. We need to learn about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Don't mind me, I'm just feeling up your weapons. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Really feels like a box. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. take an interest in the ship? Good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a beauty. Confederacy flavors flotillas of smaller ships than capture and board errant vessels. The large ones like this, Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, but with those Imperial bastards throwing their weight around, if it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? Had a good look around, and we need to just wait for Lise. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. It's just as Kian Sui said, they had no intention of standing up to you. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I agree, it's obvious they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down they all know it. The only thing holding them back at this moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. We need to prove to them that we're not all talk, that we can be valuable allies in the fight. What better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance? Yay, fetch quests. Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. No, it won't be the last. I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. Alright, do for me these fetch quests 3. You strike me as a strong, capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On the beach far to the west lies the carcass of a Gyuki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you're about it, I should be glad were you to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in Gyuki tails, if you know. But I say you would need a courageous heart, and I mean it. The beast was young. You'd not be surprised if an angry mother mourns its child. I remember where that was. That was where we landed. Give me the tail. And here we are interacting. Yep, waiting on the interaction bar. Yep. Teleport back. It'll be. You've been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Gyuki corpse? Here's your arrows and your tail meat. I see, I did not misjudge you. Thank you for your help. That I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. I pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gyuki as a game. But you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. It has already happened. Anyway. Another one over here. You there. You. Have you seen a bumbling clod of Inara? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Anokoro. He is late in returning. A strange boy he was. Quiet and brooding. Reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. But better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Waiting. There's multiple search. Okay. That one. About over here. Aha. Who are you? You do not look like a man of the Confederacy. No, but I was sent by one to get you. Forgive me, 'twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat, and pushed her out till the current claimed it. For the sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel is not returned to Anokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. We're back. So what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. Rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung shores. Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Alcumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. And go to Quickscape here and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. I'm at the behest of Afumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. Pitiful the lot of this Doman unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate would raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return to whence he came. That hurt, but anyway. Medicines, give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable, motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Stairs to get up there, or on the other side of that? No. To get up there on the other side of the hill. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. This first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep. And when he takes to the water, it is not long before he can no longer stand. He will grow accustomed to this life. He is hardly the first after all. The captain too was once of Doma. Though he cast all aside 25 years ago when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you too will renounce your ties and join us someday. I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. And so we unfold it all. Think of my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land. The sea holds salvation. Yep, fuck the stairs, I'm driving. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything, huh? Now that you mention it, lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Damnedest thing. I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to call the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away way longer than I like. Boost it right up. Other one. For the industrious pirate. Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Damn, before the Kojin started chasing us, their leader asked if we were Doman. They're Yatsuyu's catchers, I know it. First Asari, now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Ah, there you are, Magnarmus. I heard you were in shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think that we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Kojin mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates. Surely Yotsuyu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even if he cannot deny that this changes everything. At least I should like to think that he cannot.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy.
We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is. The question being, do you trust me?
Sure. Go for it.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
I'll beat some ass.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on his own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
I'll give it a quick pause for you. I need some water anyway. Be right back. anyway. Alright, I'll let it continue now.
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds. So alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. Two factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, so they will may be willing to aid in your cause. So seek the Blue on the Isle of Beko. There you will find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. We shall endeavor to not keep you waiting overlong for your sign. Right then, let us head for... Wait, where is Lise? We cannot leave without her. That was it. That'd be it. Anyway, all that you missed was Alize offered to made a deal with them that if we get rid of the Red Kojin from the Empire, then those guys will help us free Asari. Magnarmus, what is it? Oh, don't worry. I didn't mean to wander off. I just wanted to have a think. We won't be able to live up to our promises? No, it's not that at all. If anything, I'm frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father had a way with words. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Please, you... Gods, listen to me. I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. We're not gonna get any of it done by standing around here moaning, right? Right? Before we first traveled to Garabanya, I was in Limsa Laminza, visiting a friend, a child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patisserie, which sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I'd ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop by and try one. I'll treat you to one when all this is over, Magnarmus. Magnarmus too, and I won't take no for an answer. But what about Astola? We'd never hear the end of it. Alright, Astola too, once she's better. Deal? Good, then let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. to swim for it. Off we go. I think this is the Isle of Becco. Though to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands around here. Brasher said there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search there further inland. Whoa. It's... Alright, next one's like really far away. I didn't quite make that.
Is that light I see up ahead?
Voice acted.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
Well, well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
Just so. I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
How fortunate that we would find a familiar face in this place. We should tell Soroban about our situation. If anyone can help us, it's him. So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? That is indeed a most dire predicament, but perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. Very well, I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunchin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. Give me the glowing rock, you.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
Yes, sewers.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our Red Brothers live by the sword, we Blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the Red falls unjustly upon the Blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had, trust forged, a bargain struck.
Fetch quest done.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soroban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Listen well, my friends. We require your assistance with the search of a priceless treasure. The Yasakani no Magatama. This jewel is the most sacred of Kojin relics. It was in the possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans in a gesture of consolation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded in the ensuing chaos, the Magatama was lost to the sea. We wish to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to continue and come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. So you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, drowning? Fear not. There is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with the powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fist-sized sea snail shells, and freshly harvested koi carapace. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Magnarmus, would you go and find the unikui and relieve it of its carapace? Whee! Go. Well, have you the unikui carapace? How splendid they are! The kami shall be most pleased, I am sure. I got it! The ruby coral you wanted. And I the sea snail shells. They're about the size of my fist, though. I realize you may have meant yours. These shall be more than suffice for our purpose. Next, we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Once it has been completed, you'll be able to move freely through the depths and find Yasakani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small. Haha, surely you realize we've been searching this whole time. The area we wish to explore is a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Already we have scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory to no avail. All that remains is the region to the west. The Shellless of Sui no Sato can provide you with the better guidance than we. You would do well to visit them first. Shellless? You mean the Kojin aren't the only ones living under the sea? Of course not. The rain have been here as long as I can remember. The Overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. We are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual. Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? Then let us go to the western part of the village, where the water twists and turns. and there complete our preparations for the ritual. He dove into the water a moment ago and said wait here until he returned.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea. The ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends. Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood. O Kami of the fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths. Receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine. The ritual is complete, my friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother. Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
Yep. Keeps getting roasted. All the time.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Summon the bongos. Or just some manta rays, that's alright.
Wow, look at them! I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Gosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
We'll find that treasure in no time, come on!
And in we go. This must be Sui no Sato, the rain village Soroban told us about. Right then, let us see if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel. Does it see no Sato? The overseer should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals will be able to point out his direction. Though now that I look around, I get a distinct impression we are not welcome here. Found him. So this is our man. Leave this place and never return. We have no need of wide-eyed wanderers. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise, and these are my friends, Magnarmus and Alize. We're looking for the overseer of Sui no Sato, Shiosai. That's you, isn't it? The Kojin of the Blue sent you hither, did they? I'm no overseer, nor would I claim to be one. I am High Priest of Shisui of the Violet Tide, Shiosai. Then you are the man we're looking for. Great. We need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasaki no... Stop it. I will hear no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. Quiet, Isobe. There'll be no dango for dinner. I can do naught to aid you. I will say to you again, leave this place and never return. At the very least, sir, you might condescend to tell us of your village, and why you loathe to show us even the most basic courtesy. Sui no Sato is our sanctuary, under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui. We reign and enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives, but it is not always so. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands beneath the waters. They sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. So it was when Doma fell 25 years past, the Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, so shall it be. Forever and ever apart. Forgive me, I understand now how highly you value your way of life, and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so, and I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not, but this changes nothing. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition. I must consider the wishes of all who call Sui no Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit outsiders to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir. Time to fuck off, like he said. And so it continues, another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Garabanya is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Gosetsu wouldn't have known that we would take this long. I only hope he's still alive. Meanwhile, in the Tavern of Asari, I think Francis died now.
I tire of this filthy tavern, and it's still filthier clientele.
You're back. Where were you?
Tis scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer.
Oh, name-calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
Orphan of the Nayuri. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable. Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you. But you think you are made of sterner stuff? Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head. Oh, poor Lord Cayenne. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. For a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death? Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it. Oh yes, I heard the stories. About the samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, that he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Doma's missing heir. Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
on with it. And mark me, Brute, there is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Ah! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make him pay. Yeah.
We seem to have reached an impasse. To make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you, Magnarmus? Right. You're the ones who came from above, yes? If we could have a moment of your time. My apologies, I did not mean to startle you. My name is Ihanami, and this is my wife, Unagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we would like very much to hear it. May I ask why? If you must, our daughter fought in the rebellion. We have heard naught from her since. It would be too much to hope that you know of her, but her name is Yugiri. Tommy, we pray she lives! She lives! We're looking for her too, actually, but I'm sure she's alright. We had no idea she hailed from Sui no Sato. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi? It all began when she was a little girl. She and another child crept out of the village. Having grown curious about the outside world, to Doma they went, where they met a young boy, proud son of Yansha. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of the Doman's plight and urged us to take the boy in, but my wife and I would not hear of it. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. She became convinced that the Garleans would one day come for us, and it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later, to learn of the ways of the shinobi. And then the Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yugiri's return, lest she bring misfortune to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do, and so our daughter, who wanted only to keep her people safe. Surely there's something we can do for these people. They who gave her aid and succor when no other would. I am but a humble stonemason, but if it's the Yasakani no Magatama you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. The jewel is known to possess unusual property. To the naked eye it is as jade, but when bathed in a peculiar light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar mineral materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light under which the stones sparkle in the deepest depths, and they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin your search there. Thank you so much. We will just do that. We will do just that. I hope you find that which you seek. I only wish there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. When you next see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her. We will, I promise. Found Yugiri's parents. A man from above? I am Kurenai, sister to the Ruby Princess, ruler of these seas. Your bearing bespeaks the strength and courage few possess. I have been waiting for one such as yourself to arrive. Though not many know it, the Ruby Princess's life currently hangs in the balance. A few days ago, a man cloaked in black visited Shisui of the Violet Tides. He claimed he had some to bestow a blessing of holy protection upon the place. The incantation he muttered instead drew forth a terrible spirit, which took possession of my sister's body. Not long after, similar wraiths of the void began to surge forth, overtaking the palace and stealing the souls of her nearby guards. Shiosai immediately evacuated everyone and has since barred people from entering or leaving the palace. Officially, the Ruby Princess is conducting a private ceremony. None but Shiosai and I know the truth. We have placed a seal over Shisui of the Violet Tides to prevent any of the race from within from escaping. However, it will not hold much longer. Shiosai grows more convinced by the hour that we must destroy the dome and everything within it, including my sister. I beseech you, man of the land, lend unto me your might. Please find a way to save her. Thank you, truly. I know not what I would have done had you said no. Now, please follow me. We must go speak with Shiosai. I must meet with him to ensure he does not act prematurely and do something we will all regret. Did he tell me to fuck off last time and I'm here doing a side quest for him? Lady Kurenai, what brings you here? What, my lady? You of all people must realize how incredibly dangerous it was for you to entrust another with our secrets, much less a newcomer whose intentions we know not of. What other choice did I have? The seal breaks, we will be forced to drown the palace and all souls within. Would you sooner have me sacrifice my sister and my people than turning to outside help? And you think that this man has some hidden power capable of delivering Suino Sato from untold disaster? I realize it is not in your nature to ask for assistance, but like it or not, there is little else we can do. No outcome could be worse than losing the Ruby Princess. Even you must realize we only stand to gain by requesting this man's aid. You have the right of it. Very well. I will give you your friend until the next high tide to rescue the princess. If he fails, however, I will destroy the dome and atone for the deed with my life. Remember, my lady, should it come to this, you shall be the one to inherit the throne. Here, take this scroll. It will permit you access to Shisui of the Violet Tides. I presume you are aware of where it is located. Not to worry, I shall show him there. The palace lies just beyond the turquoise trench. Before we leave, however, there's one last thing I must share with you. I was not entirely truthful in everything I've told you. It is nothing that affects our current predicament, but it is nevertheless a lie I meant to set straight once all this is over. Forgive me. If it was something I could not tell you now, I would. That's just weird. Let's see what else we get. Ooh, a whale. That'll work. Base whale it is. If this wreck is the self-same vessel of which Sorbonne spoke, then the gods are good, and the Magatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, Magnarmus. We're gonna need to take this slowly. Move too fast and we risk overlooking something. Got it. End. Mission already accomplished. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack, you would be quicker. Gosetsu would have died of old age by the time we finish. You haven't found anything, have you, Magnarmus? Got it right here. This is it. The Takani no Magatama, exactly as Sorbonne described. It would seem that our fortunes have finally changed for the better. Much as I would like to return and thank Yugiri's parents for their assistance, time is of the essence. I say we make for Tamamizu at once. Hold on to it for now, Magnarmus. Once we arrive, present it to the Elder, and then we can finally learn how to deal with the Red Kojin. Alright, but before that, back on the whale. Always a bigger fish, yes. These are the gates of the palace. Inside are the Ruby Princess and her guards. Thank you, Magnarmus. Though he might not show it, Siusai is secretly grateful to you, too. The thought of having to kill the Ruby Princess, however indirectly, has been tormenting him. Now there's not much time left. Let us make our way in. You have the scroll of entry, correct? Remember, you'll be unable to pass through the gates without it. Alright. Here's the dungeon. Back for that later. A couple of little side quests I want to try to hammer through real quick. You there. Your clothes, your manner. You must be a man of Eorzea. You know of the East Aldernod Trading Company, then? I hear there's a famous, fairly prosperous vendor where you're from. You're acquainted with the Kugane branch office owner? Oh, the chief's been searching for high and low for a well-connected man such as yourself. But before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. I am Hansaku, and you would be? Magnarmus. That should be easy enough to remember. Now, Magnarmus, do me a favor and meet with the chief, would you? Ever since those damned Garleans strengthened their grip on Hingashi, our contacts in Kugane have quit trading with us. He could really use your help in establishing a new business partner. Please, I wouldn't ask if I wasn't desperate, you see. I only just joined the Confederacy. Life has been hard, really hard, for me lately. And if things were to fall apart here, I'd have nowhere to go. To the west of this place is a tiny lodge. The chief should be there. Unfortunately, I cannot leave my post to show you there, but I trust you'll find it easy enough. I'm counting on you, Magnarmus. Gentlemen, since you refuse to pay the ruby tithe with coin, you shall instead be paying with your blood. I believe an arm each will suffice. Wait, we're with the East Aldernod Trading Company. I suggest you think twice about this. When word of this gets back, you'll be the ones to pay. Oh, you should have said so sooner, Suzume. See that our distinguished guests are escorted to our best room, in the dungeons. I shall go and sharpen my knives. You heard the man. Get up and start walking. I trust you stuck around this long because there was something you wished to discuss with me. Make it quick. As you can see, I'm a very busy man. So at last we are joined by someone actually associated with the East Aldernod Trading Company. Excellent. Kami have thrown us a lifeline, sir. That said, what was the fool thinking? Ansaku should have had the courtesy to accompany our honored guests here. Please allow me to apologize on his behalf, Master. It seems the ill manners of our subordinate have begun to rub off on us. We have not yet introduced ourselves. I am Tsukigane, and this is my right hand, Suzume. Well, it seems Ansaku has touched upon the gist of our troubles. Please allow me to fulfill you on the details. As you know, all boats seeking safe passage through the Ruby Sea must pay our levy, the Ruby Tithe. Give us more than we ask, and we might even provide you with men to guide your ship through especially difficult waters. For as far back as anyone can remember, this system has been in place, enduring even after Doma was occupied by the Imperials. While the Empire has always shown little interest in our activities, with Yotsuyu's rise to power, that has changed. The Royal Viceroy has banned the merchants of Kugane from bartering with us or paying our tolls, with those Bakufu dogs backing her. Everyone is far too terrified to disobey. Many outside the port city are also looking for the use of current state of affairs to avoid paying their dues. Like the two we just took into custody. While we have confiscated their goods, without our contracting Kugane to purchase them, they are of little value to us. Thus, we look to Authorn. If we are able to establish a trade agreement with their biggest vendor, our worries would be over. It is, however, something we cannot accomplish alone. I would look to you for help. Now I am quite certain that the men on this ship we seized were lying about their affiliation. Zume, show him. This flag and the items we found aboard the vessel do not appear to belong to the East Aldernod Trading Company. We must, however, be certain we cannot risk raising the ire of a potential trading partner by attempting to sell them their own goods. Please take the flag to Suzume's inventory list to one of your contracts at the Kugane branch and inquire as to whether or not any of it is from any of their ships. Alright, I think that's enough for tonight. Wrap it up here. I'll finish off these quests and we'll advance the plot tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Tuesday. Later.